Good morning, lovely people. Welcome back to Nat's Knackers Yard. I'm Nat, and I'm actually in my knackers yard. Bugger me, whatever next. Going to be looking at Tango today. Normal service has resumed. It's relatively early on a Sunday morning. I've actually got some time with bikes, which I'm fucking ecstatic about. Normal service has completely resumed. Dogs supervising. Lady. Oi, lady. Dog's supervising, still needs a haircut, bless her. Yeah, plastered. By way of a bit of a catch up, I did sneak some time yesterday. I got away with it. And I have put the new exhaust headers on. Now, if I can find it, I'll put some pictures up of how they look when they got them, which fundamentally was fine. But they weigh nothing. They are aftermarket stainless steel ones. Like I said on yesterday's upload, if this was the beginning of my project rather than the end of the project, I probably would have stripped the paint off because I think they're fine underneath. But I did just chuck some high temp paint on it. I did start it up, it all works, etc. I won't do it now because it's a bit early and this is loud. Yeah, it bobbled and smoked like a bastard and I panicked slightly. But I let it burn through and it seems to have settled. So that's all on and good. You compare it to the bulk of the previous ones, they're so heavy, really heavy compared to those, so much lighter. And I've hoiked it up down the road, it is bro. Right, so back in, and it is really now a tidy up. Now, when I first did this, I wasn't sure / keen on the rear light. Now I didn't segue that in, that's how it came. I didn't think it was going to be bright enough. It's plenty bright enough. I got a little light. Just to try and fit in the recess of this quite funky tail tidy. The holes are in the wrong place. I've tried to glue it a couple of times, it doesn't work, but more importantly it's really quite dim, it doesn't really add anything. I used the old light bolts to light up the number plate for an MOT requirement, but it does mean that I've got quite a lot of cabling kicking around at the back, which I don't like. So this unit came with a downlight. I'm just going to bang that in. It bolts in, it fits, etc. So I'm going to take the seat off and we'll have a look at the clusterfuckery of the cabling inside, shall we? Right, so that's the seat unbolted. That'll be a washer going for a Burton's down my driveway. Grab that before I lose it. Right, so oh, excuse me. So what have we got? It's not actually too bad in here. So I've got the bulk of the wires coming up and in, indicators, yeah, the full shebang. Just need to chase through. Let me just snip a couple of cable ties. My entire garage setup seems to be seems to have grown into giving me stuff that I can grab from just at the lip of my garage. Let's see if it ain't working. I'm normally reaching around bikes to get to stuff. I am going to have to rethink this as winter comes in, and I'm going to need to do more in the garage rather than sort of hanging out of it as I currently am. So I'm just trying to chase cables. So what can you see? Yeah, so chasing the cables from the there we go. So that's the earths that I've used, running into that, which is fine. No, actually that's the full shebang. So bit that I need to change out is, that's my flasher relays. So I am going into there and there, which is fine and groovy. So that's the rear light, which is going 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3. Brill. So oh, come on, you swine. So now I've got some weird chicanery going on here. Let me just... that's white because it had the double light, didn't it? So because it had a can't be asked to dig it out, it effectively had 2 lights at the back to start with. Yeah, so the advantage of doing this on a phaser is the original rear light had 2 sides, so effectively it has double. It's wired for 2 of everything anyway, which made my life easier because I was effectively running 1 off the hoop and 1 off the so I'm not going to need that. What I do just need to do is shut the power on, grab the bit that I'm going to use, put somewhere safe. Of course I have, there we go, it's safe down here. I just want to check my wiring. So if I go lights on, at the moment you might just be able to see it's quite bright this morning. It's not particularly warm, but it's bright. So you can see it does what it needs to do. And they both get brighter on breaks and things like that, but this is just so, yeah, I don't want to say rubbish because I'm probably going to end up reusing it. But effectively just chasing the wires through. So I've got side light on, so the rear light should be on, correct? Can't see it, where is it? There it is. Can't tell if it's going on or not. There we go. So I can run it off blue and the black, black and the blue. Oops. Oops, if you do it the right way around that, you fool. There we go. So it's red to blue, black to black. That makes complete sense to me. Not a particularly visual sport, I do apologise, but I can rip these out now. Where's my snips gone? There we go. Might reuse those. Pull that out, which I'm not using for the moment. Nope. I need to re-snip lower. Right, that's one off because I'd already unscrewed it. I am going to keep these because I am going to reuse them, I'm sure. Good girl. Good girl. Stay. For fuck's sake. That's just come unscrewed the wrong way. I wasn't concentrating, I was watching the dog because somebody was walking their dog past. She's generally fine, but I need to keep an eye on her. Be a bit irresponsible just to let her go and see every dog that walks past, particularly because if you are a dog owner, a dog on a lead can be a little bit touchy when a dog off the lead comes to see them. They feel a little bit trapped. Some are cool, but if you're walking your dog, you don't expect a dog to come running out from someone's garden, do you? Right, so we're there with the off, out with the old, in with the semi-new. These aren't the original bolts for it. I'm buggered if I know where they've gone. But they work. Pokey through the hole and in. Can't find the hole, got a sun in my eyes. Not that I'm ever going to complain about that. Oh, that's one side loose. I might just adjust it and drop it slightly actually so that it's not touching against the back in case it rattles. It's not a problem, there's tons of clearance there. Absolutely tons. Good girl, lady. Right. Yeah, let me just grab my Allen keys. And I'll just nip them up. Do with my little ones here. I don't know where they are. That's one side. I'm not overdoing too much. It's only cheap Chinese stuff, and it will break if I give it too much beans. Come on, you swine. That's what I was after. Only about 2 mil. All it needs. Right, job's good. So, what I might do while I'm in here, I've got some shrink sleeving. See if I've got any that'll fit that. Just see if we can conceal those wires a little bit more. As usual, I don't have a lot of black because you do go through it quick. Why they give you all these Fandango lovely colours, I'm not sure. Why they? It's a cheapo Aldi kit, I think. Lidl Aldi, same thing in my mind. Much to my wife's annoyance, I don't distinguish between them. Right. I'm not going to make you watch this. I'm just going to grab some. I've got these little shrink wrap tubes. I've got my hot air blower over there. I'm just going to bang them on, just to tidy up and get rid of some of those colours. Be right back. Right, and a couple of minutes later, that's just then blacked out. It just merges it in better. What I could potentially do, I've got some bigger wrap over there. Is shrink wrap them all together. That might be a bit too big. No, I don't think that's going to play, but we'll have a look. Right, so let's just do a little bit of confirmation. Strip those wires a little bit. See, I'm going to cut them considerably shorter because I don't need this amount of cheap Chinese wires. It's just so thin that my stripper struggles. Fortunately, being a girly office worker, I've got fingernails. Right, just confirm what I'm doing before I do it. Get power on, rear light on, yep. So I said blue to red and black to black, didn't I? It says confidently. Nothing's exploded and that light's come on. Awesome. Right, so now I think I've run out of these, so I think I'm just going to reuse them. Which I know is a bit slack, but that's what I got. So let's strip these off. I'll go red to red and black to black, shall I? Black to yellow. Keep that reasonably short. Oops, I'm going to do full. You fool, kiddo. Alright, now I do have my proper shrink wrap elements, but these wires are just too thin to really use it in any anger. So I am just going to go for a good old-fashioned twist and knit. I know some people are going to tell me off, but meh, my bike. So because this stuff's so thin, we'll go for a nice long strand. Just wrap it around the shorter one. Then chuck over the end bit. Ooh. Done deal. So I'm going to squeeze that through. Probably not. No, don't need it anyway. Let's see if I've got some tape just to bang on there in a bit. So it was red to blue. It was black to black. So tuck my flasher relays away. They're not going to get crushed or broken. Power on. Power on. Power off. Power off. Brilliant. All good. Right, I'll find some number plate studs. I'll get the number plate on. Alright, there we go. That's better. Looks better with those flush. I only had black ones, I don't know, I think my dog eats the yellow ones. It's a bit strange, but also looks a lot better with all the crap tied up at the back. Just the black white out. Right, put the seat up, put these away because they will get used on another job, I'm sure. A bit of a tidy up, get the seat on. Right, seat back on. Make sure I haven't moved anything while we were arsing around. Rear light on. Oh, it's a bit bright, it's difficult to see, but in fact you can just see, trying to break my stand so you can see it, that the light's on. Awesome. Right, it's a little bit later now, so I don't feel quite so bad about going for a start. I've also seen my grumpy neighbours go out. Right, let's cold, so try a bit of choke. Turn the lights back on. So much better with that baffle. It's cold, but it's steam, not smoke. This is a fucking brilliant bike, this. Right, now I hope that may well be the last video on Sting, Jesus Christ, on Tango. I'm getting flashbacks then. It's just a Brill bike. It's on the market. Have a look up. I've really enjoyed it. I've massively enjoyed it. It's been incredibly frustrating. It's been incredibly rewarding. It's been what projects should be. Fun. And more importantly, it's a fucking really wild and and wacky end result. Right, that'll do me for another one. Like I said on my previous upload, there's going to be a bit of a break till the next one. Real life is busy for a few weeks, so I don't think I'm going to get a lot / any tinker time. Well, I'm not going to get any tinker time throughout. In fact, I might actually have to take this off the market while I'm away. We shall see. We shall see. Right, cheers all. Thanks very much. I'll catch you later. Ta-da.